Thank you, Kenton. We had a question from from a gentleman. Yeah, I'll be giving away some prizes here, so don't go. We're about 5 minutes here about the values of real estate here in Austin, where they're headed in 2011, and that is, it depends. It depends on where you're at. For the most part, it's pretty much going to remain stable. I talked to Mark Minshew, who's a real estate number cruncher he owns the RE/MAX franchise. I just talked to him today. And what he was telling me was that in certain areas, we have an oversupply, and there's, like in the Manor and the Hutto areas and stuff that was on the fringes. But we're going to see probably sustainable values, and we're probably going to see increasing values in areas that are of high demand. And I'll tell you the reason why. The reason why is because they're building less, they're producing less lots out there. So, and there's the same problem that home buyers had getting financing is the same problem developers have for getting money for credit to be able to put more lots on the ground. Okay, and so as we have a 24-month supply of buildable lots right now that are sitting on the ground. But as that supply dwindles, because there's no new ones coming online, you're going to see that when the builders are getting to the point where they're scrambling for lots, so to speak, you're going to see that people turn to resales, and that's going to drive the resale market up. So to answer the question, it should be relatively flat here. Depending on the area, shouldn't see too much down, maybe a little bit of upside in some of the more popular areas. We're going to talk a little bit about distressed properties. REOs, foreclosures, short sales are still a factor, but nowhere near like they are in other parts of the nation. I'll show you that in a second. Over half of the foreclosures nationwide are in less than 40 counties, less than 5 states. So, and it's not in Texas because we're doing pretty well. Still a great opportunity to buy your first home for sure, or your investment properties right now. And I'm going to be giving away this book here, $25 book called Millionaire Real Estate Investor, written by Gary Keller. And so who wants to be a millionaire real estate investor? Okay, there we go. So quick on the draw. I'll be teaching out of this book, and when I do webinars and stuff like that, they'll be basically teaching out of, well, he's one of the richest guys in real estate, so I like to listen to what he has to say, and I took his seminar and I'm running with it. Here's the difference in foreclosure filings, U.S. compared to the U.S. compared to Texas. So we're seeing a very stable market in Texas for foreclosures, and we're seeing really intense pressure on foreclosures nationwide. So for first-timers, low rates, 0 to 3.5%, like Kenton said, great opportunities and still a buyer's market. No better time. That's one of the reasons why I wrote my first nationally distributed book, because I used to do quite a bit of first-time home buying seminars. I found it to be very valuable. But I talk about the rich dad, poor dad story, where I talk about my dad who I wished had kept his first home, and because he bought it in San Jose for $17,000 with a VA zero down loan, and here you go, sir. Got a couple more. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
I think that's it. Sorry.
I've got 4 more gift certificates to give away. They're $25 gift certificates. The only problem is I don't have them with me, so I'm going to go ahead and have you sign it out. I'll send them to you because for some reason they didn't end up in my bag, but I've got a dozen of those things. Okay, so interesting thing about the first-time homebuyer market, it was up to 53% of the market just a year and a half ago, and that's down to 32% of the market, but still an awesome time to be a first-timer. That's the book that I've got. I'll be teaching out of that. Investors, great opportunity, especially in non-realty related employment. If a lot of my clients here are locally now. They work for Cisco Systems or Dell Computers or IBM because they are buying investment properties because they've already got a pretty good 401k going, and they realize that the market they're educated and they understand that the real estate has the incredible tax shelter, low cost of money, and a buyer's market where they can buy. I've seen people buy properties at 60 cents on the dollar, but their income is not related to real estate. So that's an exciting place to be. when you're buying investment properties and your income is in a high-tech field and you're able to build a portfolio of properties. I say in my seminars, it's true, buy one investment property and pay it off. It'll make your retirement comfortable. If you buy 10 investment properties and pay them off, then it'll make you wealthy. One of the things that we've seen is, let's see, what is that, REOs? That's supposed to be Fannie Mae. It says Fannie Mae REOs, which is home path. You can buy them as little as 15% down with no PMI. And here's another interesting thing. VA Vendee loans is 5% down, no mortgage insurance. This is for investors, and no limit to properties owned. And what that means is people like me that own more than 4 to 7 to 10 properties, we can't buy anymore because the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac won't loan on them if you own too many. But VA, if you buy VA foreclosures with as little as 5% down, you can own as many as you want, as many as you qualify for. So those are some of the niche markets that I've been working in. Be teaching once again out of Millionaire Real Estate Investor coming up. Go to my website, buyaustin.com. You have my card. And that's about it for the Austin housing market forecast with myself, Kenn Renner of Keller Williams Realty. Buyaustin.com is the website. You can call or text me. And Kenton Brown is mortgagesfораustin.com. His number is 637-9900, but the direct line is 637-9117. And the reason I say that is one great thing about Kenton is a banker who actually picks up the phone when you call him. It's pretty good. So anyways, we do have a business boot camp that we have the third Tuesday of every month. It's free. It is at Sente Learning Center downtown, and you can find that out. It's free business boot camp, businessbootcampaustin.com. All right, thank you for coming to the Austin Home and Garden Show. I look forward to helping you out with your real estate needs. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.